Yeah! Well, now the gavel's calling. Let's get this session started. Hey, folks, grab a seat. It's time to get the scoop. Bakers in session, serving justice with a whoop. From sunny Cali courts to the heartland's dusty halls, we'll spin the yarns of trials big and small. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Hey. Classic papers like OJ or that moonshine bust. Fresh headlines steaming hot. In Baker we trust. Murder in the Midwest, scams down south so sly. We'll break it down with grins, no need to cry. East Coast embezzlers, West Coast wild rides. Supreme Court showdowns where the big shots collide. From petty thefts to plots that twist and turn, Baker's got the stories that'll make you learn and burn. Oh, Baker in session, tales old and brand new. Some make you laugh, some will leave you in a stew. Gavels dropping beats, witnesses take the stand. Join the fun, y'all, across this great land. Famous folks in hot seats, underdogs who win. We'll cheer the verdicts, dive right in. Coast to coast adventures in the name of the law. Baker's here to share it without a single flaw. Hit subscribe, don't miss the legal ride. Baker in session where the laughs collide. Hey, how we roll.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, and what, if anything, that you could possibly be on this wonderful Thanksgiving morning, late night, whatever it is. A little bit earlier than normal, but I have a car that I need to get to the mechanic in 2 hours, so I need to get out of here. Baker putting cheese on sausage patties. First of all, a sausage is chopped meat and whatever else you don't use from the animal, stuffed in it's animals' intestines. I don't know why you Yanks call mincemeat that you have combined a patty. A sausage is a sausage, a patty is something else. And for those of you who don't know it, me and the expert are now officially beefing with each other. I reached out to him the other day, tried to say to him, "Hey, buddy, I know you're kind of a big thing in the Americas. Why haven't you made sure that I could meet Peyton Manning and talk about how great his brother Eli is? And why haven't I met Kane yet, the 2 times I've been in the Americas?" And he told me, "Because you're Swedish." Well, maybe not correct, but we are now beefing, and it'll be like that for a long time because I would like to talk to Peyton about how great his brother is. It's the kind of meat that goes into the intestines. Yes, but that's just chopped up meat. A sausage doesn't become a sausage until it's inside the intestines. Until then, it's just minced meat. I don't know why you have to make it hard. It's you have minced meat, and then you stuff it into the intestines of a sheep or a pig, depending on what you prefer, and it becomes a sausage. You Yanks, you're wonderful people, but you have no grasp of the English language. His brother gave Tom Brady the 2 best Super Bowls he ever had. The 2 rings that Brady is missing. I looked up hygge when you mentioned it a bit ago. Love it. Hygge is a Danish word that refers to a quality of coziness, comfort, and contentment through enjoying the simple pleasures in life. I don't know why it is claimed to be uniquely Danish, but it's just I think it's because we live right now. It's 5:30. It's dark as a well digger's ass outside, as we would say in Denmark. And yesterday, I always do my pre-stream nap. I went in to take my nap 1:45 in the afternoon, and it was dusk out. So I think because of this time of year, you'll eat a little more cookies, and you'll drink some more coffee in front of the TV. You'll have some blankets on you, and just. But I don't think if it's uniquely, but I, apparently it's something we do that no one else do in the same way. I don't know. My poor neighbors now have a giant hole in their yard, no water, and nothing will be done till Monday. Gina, what are you doing up there? At what point isn't it your bathroom anymore? Hey, Peace Geek. It's hygge because they have to find a way to be happy without being huggy. Huggy? Huggy? You can be huggy. Danish people don't hug that much because we don't like other people. It's a weird thing because today all of you will have Thanksgiving, and you will have roughly 2 million people coming to your house because it's so nice. Danish people don't like that. We will do it if we have like a baptism or we have a wedding. We'll have a big party. But a big party, what we would normally do when we are trying to hygge, is you'll have like 5-6 people over. That'll be more than enough. You'll have a couple of cases of beer and a couple of for the ladies, you'll have some rosé, and then you'll just sit there and drink and talk and do nothing. Having more than 10 people at one's house, yeah, something must be wrong with you if you like that kind of thing. But again, Danish people don't like anyone else until we say, okay, you are my friend now, then we will kill everyone in the world for you. That's also, I think, one of the reasons that all of this internet crap that's going on is kind of annoying me, because I thought I had some friends, and when you have friends, you stay friends. You don't do it kind of like the expert denying me the access to Eli Manning. When you are accepted as a friend, you will stay a friend for life. We don't do this internet bullshit where you I'm friendly with you, and then I'm gonna leak all your DMs, and then I'm gonna shit all over you, and then I'm gonna claim that you are the worst person in the world, and then you're gonna leak all of my DMs. And no, that's just not the Danish way. We are cold-hearted bastard, and when you're 5 years old, you have 3 out of the 6 friends you will have for life. But we are very, very loyal. We are like a German Shepherd. But how do you choose which 5? You have 6 friends in your entire life, and you'll just take 2 of them and then their wives. That's 4. That's really easy. And also, it's also a code word saying you want to go to bed and hygge for a little bit. You can also use it in the sentence that I'm hygge sleepy, which means I really want to go to bed, but I don't want to sleep. You don't bring your friends into that part of it. You bring your partner. Maybe if you're friends with your partner. Most people are not friends with their partner. They figure them out. Yes, we are throwing down. You put grape jelly on a BLT sandwich. I think that's disgusting. You made it big, sir. You became fancy. 10,000 subscribers on the twat, and then all of a sudden, no, let me put condiments on my BLT. Outside of the 7-Eleven, I'm waiting. From Mr. 0898 Titlet Fund. I should get some titlets. But today I'm probably going to spend all of my money fixing my car, but I should go buy some titlets. But thank you so much. Oh, shit. Well, it's funny because that word actually has a YouTube meaning, or it used to have. Stream graping someone was back in the day. If someone was covering, let's say I was covering Krusty's hearing the other day, and you had a similar sized or bigger channel than me, and you just copied my stream, my live stream, and put it on your screen, didn't do anything about it. So you would steal the views away from me because you had a bigger channel, the algorithm promotes you. That was actually what you call stream scraping back in the day. It wasn't someone being mean on the internet, but a lot of people are being mean on the internet, and a lot of people should suck it up. Stop crying. It was the computer when my car started that lock and unlock stuff. New car for us. I don't have the money for a new car. Next weekend, not this weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to look at a house, and I have to sell this house before I have money for that house. So I don't have buy a new car money right now. That's Stream Snipe. Yes, but it was also called Stream Grape. Remember, I'm from the streets, Marissa, and the correct word is stream snipe. That's how we use it today. Back in this day, you would say it's also stream sniping, just like what Tom did the other day. He was just using my feed, which is I have no. Don't take it as a criticism. We work together. Instead of trying to divide the pie, we build the pie bigger. But back in the day, you would say that if you, as a bigger channel, went in and destroyed another person's view numbers, was stream graping. But only if you're from the streets, and I know you are a fancy non-street lady. You are way too classy to hang out with people like me in the streets. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Lorraine. Your mortgage co will kill you if you bought a car now. Well, that's why I have to liquidate this house, so I have the funds to buy out the other house in cash. If you have 3,900K, you could buy my neighbor's house. I don't have 39. It's 319K. YouTube's been good, but it's not been that good. Brandon, can you block Marissa? Well, I think it's just a signal that gets lost between the left passenger door and the rear tailgate, whatever it's called, because it just click 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 click. It's just annoying. But even if it is, they'll probably figure it out. Brandon went for a swim. Ah, shit. I've temporarily transformed into Baker Lambo. Well, you're welcome to be here, Olivia, and so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Another person who is not from the streets is Olivia. Talk. Oh, I got a frog in my throat, as we say in Danish. My wires were loose on my battery when my locks kept going on, off, and off. I, I'm not a mechanic. I can't fix things like that. When I talked to a mechanic up there, and I said it happened the first day we had some hard frost this year, so couldn't it be that maybe something got a little unstuck? And he said, I don't know. Maybe there's some moisture. So I VD40, the WD40. Sorry. Oh, we used the W. Yeah, you fancy like that. So WD40, the crap out of all of it, and it didn't help. But the ding, ding, ding alarm that went off as soon as I turned the child locks on the door, it stopped. So it's still not locked, but fuck it. It's an 11-year-old car. It's not like people are going to steal it. I'm definitely from the streets. It's a very hard life. It is a hard knock life, I've heard. Well, I don't, maybe it's a yeah. Hey, Teresa Dittmeyer. It's not the key fob. It's something because even and my car is so old. It's not one of those you have to press a button. So it's not the key fob. We did change the battery. We tried all of it. So that's not because that's the first thing was maybe the signal isn't strong enough, but then it shouldn't open at all. But we changed the battery. We tried that, and again, it has something to do with the left passenger door because that's the one that keeps click 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 click. So either it just can't grasp correctly, or the signal. So I hope it's just a wiring problem in that. Which streets are we talking about? We're talking about the mean streets of the YouTubes because where hoodlums and street girls hangs out. Street girls who are a fun night and a troublesome week. Talking about being a troublesome week. Did you all enjoy? Here is attorney Robert Cosgrove's answer to attorney Bettero's non-motion. It is spicy, fact-driven, and really well written. Carney is fucked. Enjoy it. I did. Lol. I am pretty sure because I don't like to brag, but I have a 72 IQ. It's pretty close to 69. And I had trouble with some of the $5 words, even $10 words he put in there. I'm pretty sure old Croster herself talking about being a screet, she didn't understand half the words in it. And I've only snippeted around in our sites reading it. And isn't it funny how every time Krusty has an opinion about how good something is, no one who actually finished junior high has the same opinion? It's almost like she's a partisan hack who is just writing this because she has to keep the flames burning for the McAlberts. No, because the motion I read was petty. It was not responding to what really was in the mega motion. And whenever it said, well, they're wrong about this part, they said, well, they are partly right about it, but they are also very wrong. So what I read was a desperate, oh, you're so dumb. It was kind of like reading all of the Twitter beef going on right now. Which can we just can we the rest of you put this, I'm just talking to you right now. Do you think that I should make a line of battery operated pleasuring devices so a lot of these people could go and give themselves a good rummage in the undercarriage so they don't have to sit every fucking second of their life discussing who's the new ratchet getting the dominator, who is the the biggest bitch on the internet, who leaked what, who is banging who should be banging who, why don't I get any titlets in DMs? Should should I go in and make a product line called the Baker's Baddies? And do you think that that might help some of these ladies out? Because it seems like they have way too much time on their hands that they spent in everyone else's business. The rest of you can on earmuff. Well, isn't that nice? Nice. I hope you had your earmuffs in. Uh, The way the modern key fobs works requires one to swap out their key fob for its spare once every 400 key cycle, as it's an internal process required a reset, which this initiates. I don't. Well, I don't have one of those. You can just leave. I just have the old clicker. Click open. Click. Yeah. Bob's battery operated boyfriend. Could call it that. Marissa says no. She knows she's the one who is gonna contact a Chinese company and say, "I need something that's shaped like a loaf of bread and 2 inches long." What's Melanie Little's interpretation of it, and you'll know why it's so horrible. Melanie, brother counsel, I I skipped around in it because I read all of it. I don't want to sit and watch a full presentation of it. But even though I didn't go to that big house where they have a lot of books and someone talks to you, Sakula or something, I think we are all on the same page. This was childish. This was really horrible. Hey, Kirks. See, Marissa, stop it. People wants it. You could call it boning Baker line of choice. Well, I think Baker's baddies, because then when you get the bomb paddle and your husband is, or you are your husband, you can think about me. Get a studded bomb paddle. We got Saint Aiden out of this. I'm gonna call him Saint Daddy from now on. Yeah, brother counselor is a little more. He's a little more subdued than Melanie, but Melanie, yeah. If you watch that, yeah, it's good. Baker's burnt backsides. No, we're not gonna flame torch their behinds. I know you used to be in the military police, and you're weirdos. I love you, but military police are weirdos. But you don't burn the backside of your lady friends unless she likes it. I need a husband for that. Well, that's the next thing. It's gonna be a body pillow of me. You probably need a king size to have my fat ass lying next to you. But the body pillow of the baker, so you can sleep with me every night, will be the next thing. Marissa is in the closing stages of talking to a Chinese company about making full size baker's body pillows. All 450 pounds of it will be an enjoyment to have next to you, and it'll keep you warm all year round. Yeah, again, it's why put words in there? It's one of those. I had to write a book report once, and I might have been a little bit late because I had just broken up with a girlfriend, and it was a whole lot of shit. And I didn't really want to do it, the book report, because the teacher, this was when I did my evening school, high school degree. So we were a little bit older. And the teacher and I might have almost gotten into a fight at a Christmas party because I didn't like he was trying to bang a 19-year-old girl, and when she didn't want to do that, he tried to bang my girlfriend. So I might almost have gotten into a fight with him. So I really didn't want to do anything he told me, but I had to do it to get the end credit. And I was just I had to, I think, write 15 pages on some literary crap. So I chose how the Lord of the Rings is an analogy of the rise of fascism and the outcomes of the First World War. And I just put in all the longest words I could. I think I got in Denmark back then. You can get the lowest you could get was a 03 because our system. No, it was a 00, but to get 00, you had to have not turned anything in. 03 is when you could write your own name and there was some lettering on a page, and then you could get a 5. 5 was when you absolutely did this wrong, but you tried, idiot. And I got a 5. It's the only 5 I've ever gotten in my history as of school anywhere. And he just threw it and said, "Well, at least you went to the dictionary and found a lot of big words." Yeah. Well, fuck it. I had to fill out the word count. Libby started his own YouTube channel, WTSF. World traveling Star Wars fan is Libby's new YouTube channel. Go check it out. The content will be Libby-esque. I don't know, haven't watched it, but world traveling Star Wars fan on YouTube. Go check it out. Hey, Nix. Hey, Baker, we celebrate our 50th wedding anniversary on Saturday. That's amazing. And you have then reached the knowledge that true love is tolerating the other one. It's not all of that fancy stuff with chocolates and flowers. It's, yeah, I don't want to kill them today. That's true love. I'm so glad we are on to a new trial. So sick of the drama. Well, we're not on to a new trial because there was no trial yesterday, and it's not set to go till February. Brian Walls is beginning next week, and I don't know. I just don't. It doesn't tinkle my lady bits. The Brian Walls case. I don't know why. And I know Melanie is going to cover it, and Recovery is probably going to cover it as well. It's going to be oversaturated. You know, I hate oversaturated coverage. Olivia, can you just clarify? I'm pretty sure they didn't know about Tully changing the titles and then back to the original for charging until the 4,000 page doc dump. I don't know if Olivia can talk about anything. If Olivia is connected to the team, she probably has certain rules what she can and cannot talk about. But so if she is not responding, don't take it as a criticism. It might be that she just can't talk about it. I still want to hear about the house you're going to look at. Well, it's just a small little. It's not a. It's a shitty little house, probably compared to most of what you Yanks are used to. But I don't need much. I just because I am chronically undateable, so it's not like I'm gonna have someone spend the time. But it has it looks like it has enough room. But again, everything looks good in pictures. Just check out most of my Instagrams. But I'm hoping that it'll be something worthwhile. It's just one of these a little townhouse with a little. I think you call them winter rooms. A little bit of garden that's not too complicated. I like the kitchen. That's actually the most impressive part in it. But it's not because it's an old house. It's very low. It looks very low. So, but I really like the spaciousness of the kitchen. and 2 ovens. But the problem is it doesn't have that many rooms in it, and it's a small living room and stuff like that. But again, no one would ever date me, so I don't have anyone else but family coming over. So I could make do with a small house like this. It's enough room for my streaming setup, and it's enough room that this says rooms. Værelse, that's rooms. The problem is these rooms up here is just because the ceiling is is slanted. The room height isn't that tall, so I'm going to take a look at it, and maybe it's good, maybe it's not. The last one I looked at was really crappy. With a Smex dungeon next door, there's a movie theater next door. I haven't seen a Smex dungeon yet, but it is a very small town with only 500 people, so the likelihood that there might be a Smex dungeon, or maybe I can build a Smex dungeon. I can be the Smex dungeon of the house. Break down a wall. It's really hard because, again, those two rooms with the crooked on either side of a decent sized bedroom. So, yeah, it's near my grandchild. Yes, this would be 15 kilometers away. That's roughly 10 minutes in a car. But the good thing is, it's almost equal distance from both my daughters. So, uh, I would get way closer. Right now, I have 2 hours if I want to go see my daughter. This would be 10, 15 minutes driving tops from each of them. So it would be the perfect place. I'll post what in Discord? Who? My sex dungeon? You can put dormers up there. I don't know what a dormer is. Do you have any type of vet homes zone? No, nothing like that. We don't appreciate our veterans. We'll keep the Veterans Day is the 7th of September, where everyone talks about let's do something for the vets. I have a oh, I don't have it here. I have a veterans card that can give me special discounts at most of it is at outdoor stores, tattoo parlors, and Carl's Jr. I've never used it anywhere else but Carl's Jr. because what the hell should I use it for? I don't go camping. So all of this, we're trying to build kind of the same uh, support system you Americans have for your veterans. We don't have anything like that in Denmark. Nothing. Don't buy an electric car, Baker. In the UK, they are whacking you for tax for buying it, then charging per mile to use it after cutting a load of dimwits to buying one. My daughter just got an electric car. They are pretty good. She liked them. Near the pub, there's no pub in this town, no, but there's a store. It's a shitty little town, but I don't have the funds to go out and buy something very, very luxurious. And so all I'm looking at is it has to be livable. I don't have to do a lot of renovation, and it has to be within 20 minutes of my kids. So I can help them out if the kid is sick and they need someone to help take care of it when they have to go to work. That's the basic reasons I'm looking for it. So I am willing to go compromise with a whole lot of stuff. I need a shop where I can get that. If you need a liter of milk, you need to be able to go out over and buy it. But I don't need all the luxuries. I Right now I'm living in the seventh largest city in Denmark, I believe it is. So we have everything. I can walk to 4 different uh, convenience stores in 3 minutes from where I'm living. It'll be I will spend more on petrol, but I will not spend as much as if I have to drive 2 hours every time I want to see my grandson. And that's the kicker, because then you can get that. Okay, you get the familiarity. It's not like this house hunting. I need the idiot who lives with my daughter to come look at it because he can see what's wrong with it that I can't see. I can tell you what's wrong with bread. I can't tell you what's wrong in a wall. And it's taken us 2 weeks just to find a date where everyone could make it. So I just want to have that where you can say, well, it's Wednesday, Dad. Is it okay I stop by with the kiddo and we'll have a cup of coffee? That's what I'm going for. So I will go far to get that, even though Miss J can come and visit the sex dungeon next door. Grant is not going to live with me right now. See, Miss Jessica is already waiting to come. I'm going to see where the nearest Mex dungeon is. Don't you have building inspectors? Oh yeah, we have multiple of them. That's I can read. Actually, when I talk to Marissa, she's surprised about the amount of information we get that they must provide to us. I get the heating bill. I know what they spend theoretically, what a house that size spent in heating last year. They have to give us that. I have a report right now where I can see every problem. We have a K system. K1 is it's cosmetic. K2 is could become a problem. K3 is you have to fix this. And I have a report where I can see whatever is wrong with this. K3s are always, the around the tiles in your bathroom. There's always a little this grout needs to be fixed. That's always a K3 because water could get into the wall. But they are in every house. But in this house, there's only two on the roof that has to do with how it's combined when they put the new roof on. That's probably a minor problem. The other houses I've looked at has way bigger problems than that. But again, you need to be in it. You have to touch the walls to find out, is this the real place? I love that you lovingly call him the idiot. It's not lovingly. He is the idiot. I'm a 14-hour drive from to my kid. He's the closest one. Yeah, and in Denmark, I can get from the most northern part to the most southern part. If I drove that, it would be a 5-hour drive if I kept the speed limit, I believe. So driving anything over half an hour in Denmark is an insanely long way to drive. And that's just because we're a small country. So 2 hours, it's more that you have to get up, you drive there. So I get up, get ready, go into the car, and then I'll drive. I'll be there at 10 or 11. And then you're going to stay there, and then you're going to drive home, and you don't want to hit traffic. So you only got like 4 or 5 hours with them. That's the big problem. I just watched an intimidation on X from April Turtleboy made. You guys, Freed can read without a doubt. You shouted out the lies. Who, what? April who? I'm sorry. I don't know what, but I don't know if we Freed can read, but the jury did. I'm 10 minutes from my dad, and he's my daughter twice in 2025, and one was he saw my daughter twice in 2025. Well, not all families are perfect, but when your daughter asks you, could you please move closer, we need help, you do that, or we would like to have some help. She didn't say we need help, but we would really like you to have some help. Talking about you needing some help, I don't take this as me taking sides in any of the online beef or anything. This is not because I know where all of you have way too much time and way too little hobbies to sit on the Twitter. None of you, the 135 people watching on the YouTube, none of them watching on the Rumble. That's only me. Hey, me on Rumble. Move to Rumble. It's the new growing platform. Well, that's like saying, be with me if you want 6 inches. But you have way too much time. None of the present company don't have any time, and they don't need hobbies. But I saw this one. why go in and put this into the Jen McCabe fundraiser? Jen McCabe is way more attractive than Karen Reed, and then sign it off with Meredith O'Neill. Yes, I know there's beef going on, and who is the craziest bitch on the ground, and I don't care. But why are people doing this? It's just to try and make even more drama. And is drama good for anything? Is it really, really good? That's the thing I don't get why people can keep. Maybe it's just a troll, yeah, but it's a troll that did it because they want to keep this online beef going, and I just don't get it. It's I talked about it yesterday how it started with. Funny enough, Aiden and Olivia were attacked at exactly at the same point almost, and now it's just escalated, and then people keep. And again, I don't know if the intimidator is magical or something that it turns people crazy, but I don't know what's wrong with the women in Massachusetts. I know one thing: if I ever come to Massachusetts, I'm turning gay for that weekend because I don't dare touch any of the women because apparently anyone who gets close to the intimidator goes. Did you hear about the Peter donation comments that were a troll? No, I don't know what that one, what it that was. Oh wow, what a bunch of boobs. Boobs. That was an interesting stream, Baker. You are good at AI grok. Well, I just have a lot of time on my hand, and I'll ask all the stupid questions. But it's just funny because the good thing about AI, you can make it crunch a lot of data in a short time that you wouldn't be able to because I can't run through all of these accounts, but I can prompt it and make it run through it. Um, you can go to Provincetown and get a good day. Is that where Twisted Tragedies hangs on the pole? That's not a good day. All women in Massachusetts aren't crazy. Well, I've seen a lot of crazy women in Massachusetts. I'm just saying the ones you are endorsing on the twits are not the sanest. I don't know what's wrong with them. Peter Tragos made a comment today on his stream about fake donations in his name. Yes, and it's built. You all know this. People are doing these donations so they can screenshot it and then they can go on the twit and see, oh, see, Meredith is now anti Karen Reed. Kind of like people were, hey, Lindsay Gattani, Cartoony herself, is now anti Krusty. Who isn't anti Krusty? Even Krusty is anti Krusty. But they're just using it as rate baits. It's the same with the engagement farming. Every single day you go on the Twitter, there's someone saying, well, this clearly shows how John O'Keefe got hit by Karen Reed. And 45 people will say, are you an idiot? The Blue Man Group are stupid. They proved it. It's just engagement farming. It's just to get people riled up. And sadly, as we saw last week, when Krusty again, Krusty, none of you would buy a used car from Krusty. In Denmark, that's the lowest you can be, except being a politician. It's a used car salesman. None of you would buy a used car from Krusty. That's just a fact. None of you. It won't have any hubcaps. It'll smell weird. And just showing up at her house and looking at her, that car is going to be a really shitty car. But people instantly bought that Cartoony and Aiden was knocking boots again because Krusty said so. Why do you trust her with that one? It's because people just want the drama, llama drama. Don't feed the drama llamas. Uh, hey, Melanie Lewis, how are you doing? And again, I don't know who's a psycho. I don't know who is the crazy bitch. I know people have a lot of ideas who is, and you have to take sides and you can't talk to anyone. This is why um later today, I'm gonna do my Thanksgiving stream. I do a stream for Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's for people who might not have family to hang out with and who wants to hang out for a little bit or just need someone to yiggity yap in their ears while they're going around the house. Or maybe you have too much family and you really want to sit in that dark corner of your bathroom just hanging out with friends on your TV screen for a couple of hours. We're going to do that today. I would have loved, because I'm also going to promote the Turtle Defense Fund. I would have loved that I could reach out to some people like we used to do, but I don't know who I can reach out to anymore. Who would accept it? Because everyone is backstabbing everyone else. I have a very, very personal, strong ethic about DMs. If you send me a DM, I will never share it unless there are threats in there that I need to tell someone about. If you send me what I believe is a credible threat, yes, I will alert the authorities. If you send me anything from "I dislike you, you fat piece of shit" to "Hey, look at these titlets," I will not share them. That's my ethics. But I know a lot of people don't have those ethics. It's, oh, let's air shit out. Well, it's okay if you have some kind of beef, I think, but who should I contact? Can I trust that if I write someone, well, inviting them on a "Hey, you want to raise some fun" stream probably won't be a problem. But how many in this environment of creators we had are gonna say, "Yeah, sure," because everyone is painted with the same brush. If I shared something from Aiden the other day, which was a nothing. It was, I think it was something, maybe it was about Cartoony and how his team was working with her, or maybe it was about some fundraiser or something. And I just shared it. And someone instantly came in and said, "You are sucking turtle dick." And I wasn't. I had just finished. He had given me my $5 and said, "Till next time." Hey, super chats are not coming in, guys. A guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. But it's just this instant, that instant, you have to constantly sit and think, can I? Oh, I would really like to talk to on Deb. A lot of people have talked about it. Oh, you and Jimmy should be together. Well, I know he's with Peter Tragus, but you can't blame a man for trying. But can I reach out to him, or is he gonna see it as because there's so much? Mm, 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 mm. You can always reach out to me. Oh, aren't you sweet? I have reached out to you before, and I don't. I think you didn't come on. No. I don't trust anyone, but I'd trust Baker and Olivia. Well, it's not gonna like I'm gonna do a "Hey, let's air the dirty laundry." It was just today is just gonna be. I'm thinking we are watching Alan Jackson's case motion. Maybe I'll build some Lego. Maybe I'll ramble for an hour about why Rose is the worst person in the world and the Lord of the Rings is the worst movie trilogy. I don't know. It's probably going to be 3-4 hours where we're just going to hang out. It's just to give you someone to listen to while you might be really wanting to do something else. It's not. It's not going to be a big infomercial, but it's just this. There's been so much distrust built into all of this because all the friends I thought I had, and again, in Denmark, you have 6 friends in your life, and you have to get rid of one if you want to put a new one in. But I don't know who I can talk to. I got DMs from people, well, from one person that I thought that I was okay with, where I was thinking, what the hell's going on here? And I really despise that we have this. This is what the movement has come to, because all of these people are constantly looking for fights, and I just don't like it. Jimmy has said nice things about me. I know Jimmy has said nice things about me, and I know that if I reached out to him, he would most likely say, "Sure, buddy, no problem." But then I have to do the, oh, he's on with Jimmy, so he hates Nan, and then I have to say, I've had Nan on one time. I had no problem with her doing that. I don't follow along with everything. I think when I read what she said about Jimmy, I read it exactly the same way he did. Anyone who has watched me for a longer period of time, I have a very clear position on people blaming people without any proof of doing something to kids, because it's one of those marks that you can never ever remove. And she can claim that's not what I said. That's why how everyone else read it, and I think she needs to, instead of closing her Twitch, she needed to go out there and say, I lost my mind and I was fucking sorry, because that was too stupid. And allegations, even those that are veiled in the way it was written, are almost always detrimental to someone's character. I thought that was way out of line. What she said, that he probably shouldn't be around children. It's not a clear accusation of anything, but it's alluding to something we all know what was between the lines. And I think that's highly, highly disrespectful to Jimmy, who I've never ever had any inclination of that. I know he's actually doing the opposite. And why would you ever do it? That's a bitch move. I'm sorry. I have no problems. I've never had any. I've never been on one of her super chat streams or anything. So don't tell me it's because she's buying my love or something like that. But I've never had any problems with her. I've talked to her on a stream. I've had her on. But those kinds of allegations, you better fucking not do it unless you have some very, very clear proof that someone shouldn't be around children, because that's it was coded. We know what she meant. Never. And you've seen me. I have screamed at chat when people come in the Carly Gregg case, saying, "Well, she was banging her dad," and I lost my mind, because that's the worst thing you can say about someone. Because how the hell can you prove you weren't? But everyone's going to talk about it, and I thought that was irresponsible. I'm alone tomorrow. I plan on sleeping in. I'll probably be with you on replay, unless my hubby wakes me up when he's getting ready to leave. Well, I don't know where you are, but we're going to stream tomorrow. If you have time, stop by. Why do people think it's okay to put carrots in rice? You can shave it, julienne, and then put it in. But talking about a carrot, I love a good, hey, this is so vague, no one knows what I'm writing. Grant Smith Ellis, who is a towel and a pothead, and in my opinion, mentally deficient, put this up. Somebody is getting indicted next week or next month, and it's unclear who. Oh, I can do this now. That I'll make a prediction. Someone will get indicted within the next year. I'm on Grant's level of smartness now. A joint motion in the Aiden Carney case is expected to be discussed on the 5th of December, and the appearance is by Zoom only. Jointer with whom or with what is the question. This is going to be the only interesting part, most likely, on the next hearing, which has been moved to 2:15 on the 5th of December. And this is the explanation for a joinder. A joinder motion is in a criminal trial is a request to combine multiple charges against one defendant or to combine the trials of multiple defendants into a single proceeding. The purpose is to promote efficiency and fairness by avoiding the duplication of trials, which saves time and resources for the court, prosecutors, and the defense. Joinder is permitted when offenses are similar in character, part of the same transaction, or a common scheme, or when defendants are alleged to have participated in the same acts or transactions. A court can also order severance of joint charges and defendants if the joinder would cause undue prejudice to any party. And as you can see in this one, potential joinder motions is mentioned as the D part in the order for the next hearing. They need to dismiss the charge against Aiden. They're not going to do that. They are still trying to get Aiden and Karen on collusion charge. They are not gonna dismiss the charges against Aiden as long as they can drag Cosgrove's sorry ass into a courtroom. Is it fair? No, it's not. Should we be upset? Yes, we should. That's why I will, doing my Thanksgiving stream tomorrow, I will be promoting Aiden's defense fund heavily. I'll also do it going forward. We have been doing a lot of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons and the Aiden Carney stuff, and both of them needs our help still. It's criminal charges. It's way different than civil charges. Not that I'm going to determine who you can support or not support, but I'm just saying the Commonwealth will find someone they can punish in some way because they lost the Karen Read case. That's why the fight for the Free Karen Read movement isn't over. It's just morphed into the Free Turtle Boy movement. Sadly, some people didn't get the memo and thought, nah, fuck it. It's the same fight. It's just a different person on the stand. This is their vendetta because they couldn't get Karen Read. They want to get Turtle Boy. I love Judge Simpson. Why are we talking about Judge Simpson? Surely Cosgrove has to be sanctioned. Even the judge said he didn't have enough time to catch up, and that's why hearing canceled. Kirks, he's not going to get sanctioned because, again, he's part of the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth don't give a fuck. The court system don't give a fuck as long as it is the Commonwealth breaking the rules. He should have been disciplined. Tully should have been disciplined. They have broken several Rule 14 motions that is provable, that he says, yes, we didn't turn over evidence, and they don't give a fuck. But pay $22,000 to cover travel and living expenses for two experts, and you almost lose your pro hoc vice status in Massachusetts. Lying about getting evidence from a lab for 3 years will get you absolutely no repercussions. That's why we need to wake up. All of you who are right now sitting out there and saying, well, Aiden said mean thing to women. Yeah, he also fought for 3 years to get a woman out of prison. Yeah, but he says cunt a lot. Well, maybe he's talking about a cunt. Did you ever, just because he calls one woman a cunt, it doesn't mean every woman is a cunt. Aiden's problem is probably not that he hates women, it's that he loves them too much. Go look at Twit and all of the ones who's been near the Intimidator. That's why I have the Micronator. It won't turn women crazy. But the fight we fought is the same fight. It's just another phase. But sadly, some people don't want to do that because, we got our fame, we got our 15 minutes in the sun. Why should we do what we said we were doing in the Karen Read case, fighting against the injustice in Massachusetts, when in reality, we were just building our channels and try to get special access. So, yeah. Someone posted that they are changing Karen Reed trial to federal, so not televised. True or false? It depends. I think that the defense can ask, or the media can ask, if they can get media access. But in general, federal cases are never televised. But media could raise a stink about it, but then you would have to get the big boys on board. It's a way to try and keep it out. But also, there are very different rumors out there right now, if it's possible, because every co-defendant from the House defendants need to say, yes, we want it moved. And apparently they haven't served Proctor, even though that McAlbert said, we talked to Proctor. He okayed it. But when Karen Reed's team reached out to Proctor, he's not to be found on the address that people says he's on. Well, he moved. He could also just be lying. He has been in contact with them and talked to them, but still. So a move to federal, I believe, is from the House defendants to combat people like me. Combat, well, they don't care about me because I'm a small fish, but the big channels, so they don't get their dirty laundry put out there every day. If that happens, then the Reed team really needs to think about their PR strategy, because they need to go back and get all of the grassroots YouTubers back on board, so they can just, because covering a case on paper is fucking boring. You're just reading stuff and talking about stuff. People like moving pictures, but then they have to go out and get better spokespeople than the ones they're having, because then it's going to go back to being a PR battle. By the way, PR battle. I heard Kelsey Fitzsimmons, baby daddy, got a PR firm because apparently he's getting slapped online. Wonder why? Hellfish, it's a-okay. Federal law doesn't allow it. It depends on, some cases have been shown in federal case, but I think it's a case by case. They can give a permission to do it. The federal judge could throw it right back down. Yes, it could. The serious people that are in it for the right reason will keep standing up and speaking up against corruption. We were expecting a large crowd on December 15th, but now it's on Zoom. Yeah. None of us are in it for the right reasons. We are all grifters by the grace of God. So we don't mind making a few views, a few subs. Please like and subscribe. A few super chats covering it, because, hey, it keeps the lights on. But I also think that most of the people who covered the Karen Reed did it because they didn't see it as the golden ticket. They saw it as a criminal injustice. Why they don't see Aiden's case as criminal injustice as well, just because he says cunt, is a big mystery to me. It's the same fight, it's just another face. Were you in it for the fight or for the girl? Please consider contributing to Aiden Carney's defense fund. Please come back later today and talk about how you did all your gobbling, because today is Thanksgiving, and we can do, before we go. If you're not coming back later, here is a hand turkey. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, all of you. I need to go off because I need to get some breakfast. I need to get some pants on, and I need to go spend way too much money to try and fix my back door. No, it's not a euphemism. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And Olivia and one day I will take you up on your offer that I can always contact you and have you on, and we can chitty chat in real life. And of course, Miss J, I'm gonna take you up on this next dungeon when I finally find a house. Don't say stuff like that. This is why people think you're weird.
I'm Jimmy. How y'all doing?
I know English is your second language, but you don't word
It's
your
my
questions
third,
carefully.
but I'm still better at it than you. You are
The most important people in this case that everybody seems to have forgotten in this room is the jury. So we're going to take a 15